Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland.
There will be lots of drama, that is for sure. The gloves are off.
Jetzt aber Attacke da vorne. Da muss alles auf den Punkt bringen.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, da geht einer massiv fliegen.
What an amazing move!
Im schöneren Rennsport.
Welcome to the Netherlands, to Zandvoort on the North Sea coast, best known for its long sandy beaches. Add a delicious fish sandwich and let the summer begin. My family and I used to vacation here, vacationing among the dunes of Zandvoort with a racetrack nestling the shores by the sea. We were thinking about putting the Dutch flag on the car for the weekend. It matches my hair color. A round of kite surfing or a dip in the chilly North Sea?
Actually, the wind is gonna make a big change in the track.
It blows in from the coast.
Yeah, the beach is also really nice.
The racetrack is just a gust of wind away.
As soon as you're a Dutch person winning in the Netherlands, you're part of the team and everybody's with you.
Winning here as a Dutchman, it's something very special.
They make one big party of it, and I think that's just really nice to see that the Dutch people always have fun.
Off we go. The Zandvoort circuit gets underway for two key races in the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. Since the fans here are so special, autographs for everyone. The drivers enjoy interacting with motorsport enthusiasts, exchanging a few words, autographs, and selfies.
Now, there's so many great motorsport fans when you're at the DTM weekend, so yeah, I expected a lot of them to be here, and I'm happy to sign for the Dutch fans.
This is what's happened so far in the 2025 season. It all started in April on the Formula One racetrack in Imola, Italy, with a young Dutchman who literally shined. Robert de Haan clearly dominated the season opener. He took the pole position twice, and twice he was found at the top of the podium. With a clear start to finish victory in the very first race of the season, Robert de Haan proved that he's a force to be reckoned with this season.
We just managed that gap and brought it home to the end. I just want to thank the team and my engineer for the mega car they gave me this weekend. But we need to keep our heads up, focus on the next round because, well, for sure good to start the season like this, but it's still a long way.
Sunday, race number 2 on the Easter weekend saw the 18-year-old Dutchman start from the front again and stay there. Behind him, a slip-up resulted in the safety car appearance. In the end, Robert de Haan takes the checkered flag again. Flynt Schuring finished in P2. Marvin Klean landed in 3rd. A double victory for Robert de Haan at the season opener in April. Next stop, Spa-Francorchamps, Belgium, the venue for races 3 and 4. The race on Friday found Robert de Haan starting from the back of the grid after a poor qualifying. He immediately races to catch up. More than 30 Porsche 911 GT3 Cup cars raced through the famous Eau Rouge. Many exciting maneuvers were on display. Robert de Haan ends up in 9th place. Porsche Junior Alessandro Ghiretti wins it in Belgium and takes the top spot in the fast German one-make cup for the first time.
I'm super happy to have won my first ever Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland.
Theo Oeverhaus and Aria Levy finish in 2nd and 3rd place. On Saturday morning, the grandstands were full of fans anxiously awaiting race number 4 of this still young season. The race, however, was overshadowed by an accident on the first lap involving Dirk Schoten, who fortunately was uninjured. The safety car took over at the front until pole setter Flynt Schuring retook the lead spot. He stayed there until the end of the race. Alessandro Ghiretti and Robert de Haan finished behind him.
Was a hard race, long race. Had a bit of a break during the safety car, and from there on it was just managing the gap and not getting overtaken.
Heading into the races at Zandvoort, the championship standings show Robert de Haan in the lead, just ahead of the 2 Porsche Juniors, Alessandro Ghiretti and Theo Oeverhaus. More than 30 drivers traveled to the North Sea coast for races 5 and 6. Among them are the 2 Porsche Juniors. One is just 20, the other 23 years young. Theo Oeverhaus from Germany, Alessandro Ghiretti from France. Both highly focused and motivated.
Super important to be a Porsche Junior for my future career because it's a big step. and help a lot also to develop as a driver.
That's where every young driver wants to go, into the junior program of a brand. At Porsche, it's obviously something else altogether. You learn a lot here, even off the track. That makes you a complete driver and prepares you for works racing. Theo Oeverhaus, 2023 rookie champion in the German Carrera Cup, 3rd overall last year. The man from Lower Saxony is also traveling to Zandvoort in 3rd place and is hungry for more, just like Alessandro Ghiretti, rookie champion 2023 in the Porsche Mobile 1 Super Cup and champion in the French Carrera Cup.
Now it's my 2nd year, so I'm not a baby anymore. I know what to do, I know what I could improve compared to last year. I think I grew up a lot, and then now I feel ready, and yeah, it's just really important as a Porsche Junior to represent well the brand, to have the capacity and show your speed on track, and also off track to be really professional.
Theo Oeverhaus was also able to assert himself at the junior scouting. This is the biggest leap in my career so far, and a very good stepping stone to go far professionally in this sport. His team, Bonk Motorsport from Münster, is not far from his home in Osnabrück. The pressure as a Porsche Junior is certainly there, but Theo Oeverhaus remains cool. It's a different feeling now as a Porsche Junior. Everyone looks at you. It's nice to have the chance this year to showcase your skills like this. Alessandro Ghiretti also maintains a chilled appearance.
I want the best as possible. I want a race win. I want having fun, enjoy, because we sometimes forget that, but those cars are just amazing to drive, and I want to have pleasure and winning races.
He has already won the concentration test and nearly claims the weekend record here. To another junior who is also one of the top up-and-coming drivers.
Hi guys, Flynt Schuring here from Team Schumacher CLRT, and I'll take you around my home track, Zandvoort this time.
The 18-year-old Dutchman from the Porsche talent pool shows us the special features of the racetrack in the dunes.
So here we are in Tarzan corner, very tricky corner, difficult braking zone as you have a slight crest going into the corner, and the road also falls away a bit before you go in. The braking mark is usually around 100 meters. Depending on the wind, so that can also change the balance quite a bit going into here. And as you can see, there's quite a banking here, so you want to use that for rotation and to get a good exit until T2.
One lap is 4.259 kilometers long on this Formula One racetrack, which has been driven in the new version since 2021. A total of 14 corners ensure thrilling races on the Dutch North Sea coast.
I think definitely the most difficult one is turn 7, Schijfvlak. Very tricky entry since the wind is either facing you or pushing you in. So the rear is often tricky on entry, and then on exit you have to make sure you get a good run for T8. So a very tricky one, but also very cool and very high risk but high reward. Yeah, we're now in the last corner. Very special corner in Circuit Zandvoort. Absolutely flat out. You have to be completely at the bottom near the curb, and then try to straight line it as much as possible to the wall to minimize resistance and get the best run out of here. Yeah, it's very special always coming to Zandvoort. Yeah, my only true home race, so that's a very special feeling to be driving in front of so many Dutch fans. So this was a lap around Zandvoort. I hope you learned a bit, and now we look forward to the races.
Someone who has won at Zandvoort many times and whose name can now also be found on the National Motorsport Monument here, alongside names like Verstappen, Bleekemolen and Albers, Larry ten Voorde's name is now also engraved and recorded on the winner's plaque at Circuit Zandvoort. I started from scratch, served people coffee, worked a lot, stood in the rain a lot. Then 19 years later, I think I've achieved a lot. Now I'm on this monument. Incredible. October 2024, and the final of the German Carrera Cup. Larry 1040 wins the championship title in Hockenheim. It's his fourth title after 2020, 2021, and 2023. The record-breaking champion in a frenzy of joy. Final donuts shortly before retirement. That was 100% the right decision for me as a person and a driver. I gave my all each year. That's the only way to be now. All good things eventually come to an end, but the end of his active motorsport career marked the beginning of something new. From now on, he is on the road as a coach, a champion-turned-coach, and one of his proteges is Flynt Schuring. It's very nice to have someone like that in the academy. I also have Sascha Norden. I have complete confidence in both of them. They know what they're doing. We've worked hard. We're ready to go. Flynt Schuring from the talent pool, and Sascha Norden, the rookie. Two young Dutchmen reaching for the top.
Full focus, zo met een moment. Jij klaar voor. Alright? Come on. Come on. Come on.
Flynt Schuring in his second year in the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland and his first year with the new coach.
Yeah, having Larry by my side, of course, very valuable. Both on track and off track, always having some support whenever I need it. And also the preparation. Before the races and after the races, we communicate a lot, we work together a lot, and it definitely helps.
Help that is already bearing fruit, like at Saturday's race in Spa. The overall winner, Flynt Schuring. Everything was done correctly. It's great to see his development and how he's growing. I forget he's still 18. It makes me feel old. I'm mega happy with the process. A process that is just beginning, a development that will surely bring success. It is Larry 1040's new life as a coach and mentor. He will surely be at the races in Zandvoort. So, let's head to Saturday's race in the rain. I'm a bit tense. I'm hoping it will be an eventful race with lots of action, but without accidents. It's difficult for the drivers and teams now. They have to decide which tires to drive with. It's a special challenge today because it's completely unpredictable. Will it dry out or will there be a shower? It's going to be exciting.
As is often the case here at Zandvoort, the weather plays a curveball. This is round 5 of the season. Everyone thinking about the rubber and the best possible preparations for the race.
As I saw the rain come down, I really wanted my tires to be warm, and in the last corner, I wanted them really, really warm. So at that point I was really stressing. I wanted my car to turn back on and make sure to be in front of the final car crossing me so I could take back my position. Fortunately I was able to do that, so thank you everybody else for driving a little bit slowly.
Yes, some good avoidance there, but a lucky escape for Sascha Norden. Now the pole sitter Alessandro Ghiretti, as you can see, sweeps to the inside, and that's because of a complete and total lack of grip on the wettest side of the track. Janne Stiak able to dive up the inside, and Flynt Schuring sweeping around the outside. The Porsche Junior, therefore, getting somewhat swallowed up. As we can see from all the replays here, Ghiretti bogging down, and the rest of the field do get away, though, like the proverbial rockets. And into the first sequence of corners, well, of course, everyone 100% full chat flat in full attack mode, with door-to-door battles at the maximum speed that they can generate in the early stages of this race, most of which with a millimetrically perfect precision. But that precision really rather deserts our reigning Pro-Am champion just when he needs it most.
I turned in a bit too late at curve 11, hit a wet spot, lost the rear, and then sailed into the gravel. I tried everything I could to get the car out, forward gear, reverse gear, steering, full throttle, everything, but no chance.
So Søren Spreng then is watching the race from the dunes rather than competing in it. Great shame. Let's get back to racing though, and let's pick up on the scrap, which is going on for P4. Ghiretti versus Theo Oeverhaus, two Porsche Juniors with one goal, and that is the big points to close the gap to Robert de Haan ahead. But de Haan, he is certainly not playing ball. He's all over Schuring's black and gold machine and is throwing absolutely everything at it, and Flynt Schuring having to use some opposite lock to control the slide here.
Yeah, it was a hard battle. Lost out a bit in the end, left the door still a bit too open, so I'll work on that for the next time.
Bloom on the inside here, Freemuth on the outside, a slight tag and Freemuth in the gravel trap.
Here in the chicane, the entrance was easy. I was on the outside, he was on the inside. I was further ahead and couldn't see him. Then I tried to guess whether there was enough space. It was difficult, and unfortunately we just touched.
A little love tap here and some assistance perhaps for Ariel Levy. De Haan all over the Israeli, and the changes of direction come thick and fast in his quest to try and find a way by, including into the final corner with a valiant effort.
I had a good exit out of the last corner, put up my nose there, and through the banking in the last corner it was quite dry all the way, but then on the straight there was only one line, so yeah, when I was on the inside for the straight there was not a lot of place for him to go because there's only one line for one car, so yeah, I was on the inside and that was a good overtake, yeah.
Yeah, he pushed me quite a bit, as expected from Robert. But yeah, in the end, it was quite okay. Honestly, on the two corners before he did push me, but on the corner itself that I got overtaken, he did not. So, yeah, I think it was aggressive but fair.
And the awesome battles continue, including Cas Havercourt and Huub van Eindhoven here, the two Dutchmen putting on a brilliant show on local soil, of course. Is it physical? You bet it is. Is it fair? Probably. Is it brilliant racing? Yes.
Yeah, I think it was quite a good battle, especially in the end. I mean, after the start, I got the overtake directly on him. But in the end, it was quite a close race. I mean, it's good that we can fight for it with each other. But luckily, I was still in front of him.
At the sharp end, however, the verdict is in. Janne Stiak takes a commanding win, keeping the flying Dutchman De Haan in his rearview mirrors.
As leader, I tested the limits a bit. It wasn't always easy. I could manage the last two laps because of the gap behind me, but I was able to bring it home. Janne Stiak. It's his first win of the season. Congratulations. Also to the first place driver in the Pro-Am classification, Ahmad Al-Shihab.
We won. This is the second Eid for me. And alhamdulillah, we a little bit fight in the beginning with the other cars. Track is not easy today with some change weather and also a little bit wet. But in the end, I am winning the Pro-Am. I am very happy.
Sasha Norden wins on Saturday in the rookie class.
I got P1 in the rookies. I had a good fight. I went for a move on Gianluca in Audi S, which was close, but not close enough. I'm still happy, and yeah, this is exactly what it's about. Winning at home.
Winner at his home race, cheered on by the many Dutch fans. The country is also home to the lady with the beaming smile. Lightning fast Emely, driver in the Carrera Cup.
Yeah, it means a lot to me. It's a good step up for me. Yeah, cannot wait.
Rookie in the Porsche talent pool.
For me, it's not super different because I still see everyone as a driver.
Emely de Heus, 22 years young, born in Rotterdam. This is her first season in the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. Her father Bert is usually by her side.
Because of him, I'm standing here. Also because of him, I know this sport and I came to the track and I fell in love with the sport. So yeah, he has a big influence on me.
The father as mentor and companion. The daughter in the green and yellow Porsche 911 GT3 Cup with starting number 44.
I was always Emely supporting with karting, and so we grow up to Formula 4, to W Series, to the Formula 1 Academy, and now in the Porsche Cup. It is yeah, very special to see that, but the level is so high.
The only woman among the other 30 drivers, but in a double pack with team manager Iris Storr, Lady Power in the Fast One Make Cup. It was my goal to finally get a girl into the Carrera Cup. I've now achieved that.
It's really special that she is also a woman, and then to be also a woman driver in the team. I think yeah, we work together and we show them that women can also be good in motorsport.
Her first rookie podium of the season is proof of it.
P3 rookies. I I didn't expect that because they told me, yeah, you need to go to podium, and I was like, well, I didn't know.
Emely de Heus, a talent from the Porsche talent pool. With this bright smile, she is ready for the second race in Zandvoort. As part of the DTM. The partnership with the DTM is very significant and important for us. You can also see it here in the audience figures. It is also the atmosphere that the DTM creates for the Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland. That's why we attach great importance to this. We are also very proud that 6 of our 8 races will take place together in the DTM environment.
With the lights at the top of the screen, when they are extinguished, race 6 is on. Now, Robert de Haan, who's usually a brilliant starter, misses it. 4 places gone in a heartbeat, but then he really rather loses his cool. Bumps into Flynt, spins him around. The domino effect that follows throws almost half the field into utter mayhem in the funnel of turn 1. And guess what? This wouldn't be the last really rather dodgy move from the fiery 18-year-old Dutchman today. What a shame.
It's very clear. Everyone is fighting for that position. Everyone wants to go in with 4 cars into T1. If I didn't have a bad start, it was of course my own fault. I wouldn't even be in that position. And with all the cars on a wet condition like this going into T1, things can happen. And I was racing a guy as well, and the guy in front of me, you know, he decided to take a different line, what couldn't be avoidable anymore, what meant he crossed over my front bumper, and this unfortunately ended in a spin for him.
So that drama up front also means disaster for some of those in the middle. The domino effect of the incident means Gianluca Tucuruglu getting caught out as well.
From my point of view, I couldn't really judge. I just saw Alexander Tauscher spin in front of me. I think he was pushed. Then came a small chain reaction. I knew there was already a car on the inside. It was chaotic. I thought I could only move to the outside and almost made it. I only missed it by a few centimeters. The suspension was gone in the first curve.
It's an early exit too for Alex Tauscher. First of all a spin, then a crash. His day has gone from bad to worse.
I braked, then stood in the middle of the track. I took a hit that damaged the car so badly that I couldn't continue. That's how it is. You check it off. Now there's a 3-week break, a reset, then it starts all over again.
Reset and dann geht's wieder von vorne los.
Yeah, it's time for everyone to calm down, perhaps, behind the safety car. Jumbled, as the order is. Out front, though, Ariel Levy, and he has absolutely blistered that restart. Cool, calm, collected. Builds a cushion, and just behind, of course, everything is breaking out. It's bumper to bumper all the way back, including with our drivers from GP Elite. The gloves are off between Cas Havercourt and Hube van Eindhoven. Side by side, the 2 Dutchmen, they're trying the gravel, the curbs, everywhere. There's a spinner at the back as these 2 continue to trade their places. There's a touch and Eindhoven, he's spat out into the gravel trap. Disaster.
We've just had a quick look at it again. Of course it happens in brief moments, but they touched each other 2 or 3 times. That is obviously stupid. I can't say anything about that now. That really didn't go well.
Stupid. Ich weiß nicht das deutsche Wort davor, aber das ist doof.
So the verdict from GP Elite, and unfortunately for Proton Huber competition, it's not much better. Sasha Norden here, he's having to use opposite lock to control the car because of a shredded tyre. It's game over.
My left rear tire gave out during the race, so I wasn't able to fully complete. I'm still ahead in the championship in the rookies, and for me the most important part now is to focus on Norrisring. I can't control what happened here, and I won't be able to in the future, so all I can do is keep working.
Up front, the battle for the podium is far from over. De Haan not done either, as he nerfs Schuring again. Yes, again, that'll be twice then, and the stewards will not be amused.
Very unfortunate, and unfortunate to leave the weekend with no points in the second race.
So penalty laps incoming, also a drive-through penalty. One man's loss is another man's gain, arguably. Alessandro Ghiretti, first he reels in Levy, then crosses the line for the win. He kept his cool when some others perhaps didn't.
I felt confident in those conditions. Unfortunately, again, at the start, I got overtook, and then I lost like 3 places in one corner, which doesn't help. But I knew I had the raw race to come back. I know I'm strong with the wet tire on the wet condition. even if it was drying, but still. And the car was just amazing as always, so big thanks to my team Schumacher CLRT.
With his latest victory, the 23-year-old Frenchman now secures the lead in the championship, and here's the winner in the Pro-Am. I didn't want to run down the tire right away, so we ended up with something left over. That paid off great from the middle of the race onwards. I got closer and closer to the two of them and was able to catch them and then pull away quite comfortably afterwards. The rookie winner comes from Great Britain.
And I'm happy that I drove here in my car, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to fit the trophies in the luggage in the plane. So I'm very happy.
Here is a look at the overall standings. Alessandro Ghiretti leads the way ahead of Robert de Haan, Aria Levy, Flynt Schuring, and Janne Stiak. The Porsche Sixt Carrera Cup Deutschland revs things up again in July as part of the DTM. See you then at the Norris Ring in Nuremberg.